Hey, thanks for joining the Ja Live channel. I am, of course, Ja, and we are working toward the 100 live guitar practice streams. And today actually makes day 72. So thank you all so much for joining the journey. I do greatly appreciate that. As always, I challenge you to, not just watch the video, but pick up the guitar yourself and, follow along. Write down also have like a notebook or something. Maybe you can write down some of the things I say, some of the practice exercises that I demonstrate or give out. You can adopt those and write those down. Take the things that I say and adopt them into your own strategy, your own playing, things like that. So, anyways, I greatly appreciate you for joining. If you're into music, trying to learn guitar, anything like that, hit the subscribe button. It's always appreciated. It's easier to find my content that way in the future. So make sure you're subscribed. And today we're going to get into some chord progressions and some strumming. Throughout these 100 days, I'm trying to, have a little bit of understanding of rhythm guitar, have a little bit of understanding for the lead style of guitar as well. So today we'll be working on some chord progressions and strumming so that way we can get the rhythm sound going well. So the first chord progression that I'd like to start with from the research that I've done, as always, if I ever say anything out of turn or that might be incorrect, please let me know in the comments. I'm always willing to, grow and learn and things like that. So please, don't be shy. Let me know in the comments if I misspeak. But one of the things that I have been researching, it seems like, the keys of G and the key of C are the more common keys just to start. Obviously, all the other keys are used and played, but those are kind of the more common ones. So as a beginner myself, hey, why not start there? So let's start in the key of C first. So we'll go C major, and one of the chord progressions that I'm going to work with now is the 1-5-6-4. So also check the pinned comment section below my videos. Not the detailed section, but the actual pinned comment. I put all the details in there of the workout that I'm doing for the day, the exercises that I'm doing for this hour practice session. All my videos, check the pinned comment to have a little layout and an understanding. You can steal those notes for yourself and write those down. But I'll have a list of the different chord progressions to work through listed down below. So make sure you check those out. And I'll also have the strumming pattern, some various strumming patterns to work with and play within listed below as well. So always check that out. But for the C major, we want to do the 1-5-6-4 chord progression. So what that means, 1-5-6-4, there's 4 different chords being played there. There's the 1 chord, the 5 chord, the 6 chord, and the 4 chord. So when you think of the C major scale, if you had the C major scale written out, it would be the first note, the 5th note, the 6th note, and the 4th note. So again, I'll have that listed below. If you don't know it, you can always Google it, check my pinned comment below. But basically, once you have it all laid out, and you can, review that below, you would see that, okay, the 1 in the C major, at least, the 1 is obviously the C. Okay, the 5 would be C, D, E, F, G. So you got C, then G for your 1 and your 5. And then your 6, you need the 6th note of that scale. So you got C, D, E, F, G, A. Wraps back around to A. So now you got C, G, A for your 1-6-5. But you need the 1-6-5-4. So you need to figure out what the 4 is. So you got your C, then you got your D, then your E, then your F. So your 4 is an F in the C major scale. So you have C, G, A, F, C, G, A, F, C, G, A, F, C, G, A, F. Then if you want to play the minor, it would be that the 6th note would be a flat. So that A would become an A flat. Everything else stays the same. I've learned, and you can also review it, in my pinned notes below that I'll leave you. You'll see that it's the, It's a 3rd, 6th, and 7th notes in the scales that change. Yeah, 3rd, 6th, and 7th. There it is. Yep. So if there's a 1-5-6-4, Okay, was there a 3, 6, or 7 in there? Yeah, there's a 6. So if there's ever a 3, 6, or 7 in there, if you just make that 3, 6, or 7th note a flat note, it would be the minor. So like for the C minor scale, the 1, 6, or the 1, 5, 6, 4 is C, G, A flat, F, rather than just C, G, A, F. But so now that we know the chord progression 1, 5, 6, 4 in the C major scale is C, G, A, F, now you just play those chords in that order, C, G, A, F, rather than, A, C, F, G or something like that. No, play it in that order. Play 1, 5, 6, 4. C, G, A, F. Repeat. See, I went CA there. It's supposed to be CGAF. I went CA. Messed up a little bit there, but it's okay, right? We're still learning. I don't know these chord progressions that well just yet. I just learned them a little bit offline, have them written down, and now I'm just trying to, imprint them and, really memorize them now. So watch a couple YouTube videos, offline, before I start the video or maybe the night before or whatever, get some notes, get some understanding. So that way when I come on live, it's something different each day. It's not always, the exact same thing. So right now we're working on chord progressions and strumming really, but right now we're focused on the chord progression. We're in the key of C. We're doing the 1, 5, 6, 4 pattern. So that's C, G, A, F. And you can do them with the cage chords as well. You can do them in the, the regular positioning down here in the first, first 3 or 4 frets. Or you could do it, with the cage chords. You could do, C, G, A, F. You could do it with this cage chord also. C, G, A, F. All right. You can do it. So yeah, you don't have to do it just here. C, G, A, F. C, G, A minor, F. cutting grass today. Man, so they cut grass like every 3 or 4 days. Hope they don't cut my internet cable. I guess if this dies, I'll have to redo it. Ugh. I've called my internet company 2 times to get it buried. Cable's already been cut once. Called them a couple days ago. They said they wouldn't be out here till next week. So hopefully the people out there cutting the grass see it. Actually, just to make sure it doesn't happen, I'm going to go out and say something to him. So, sorry this live video gets interrupted, but it is what it is. I'll be back. All right, that guy was pretty nice compared to the last one I dealt with. A couple days ago, the other gentleman cut my line in half, and I had to go out and have a conversation with him. He's an older guy that doesn't really care, so you can tell certain people and what type of class they keep themselves in, how they carry themselves. This guy was actually a gentleman. I appreciate that. Okay, sorry, I just did not want to have all of this be a waste. So sorry I had to run out there and do that. We're working on chord progressions. We're working in the key of C. We're working on the 1-5-6-4 progression. You can always check my pinned comment below for a layout of instructions and things like that. I'm a very, very visual person, so I wish I was doing cool graphics and pop-ups on the screens and things like that. And maybe later down the line, after I get my new camera and work on some editing skills and things like that in DaVinci Resolve, then maybe I'll put out some better videos with graphics and things. But until then, check the pinned comment because there's great info in there that you could benefit from. So check that out. The 1-5-6-4 pattern is C, G, A, F, C, G, A, F. 1, 5, 6, 4. And keep saying that in your head or out loud. Pound that in. Then eventually you'll always know that, okay, key of C, 1-5-6-4, boom, you know it. The 1's C, the 5 is G, the 6 is A, the 4 is F. I was looking down rather than looking at my monitor, so trying to truly recall it from the brain rather than just look up and find the answer. That's what's great about these stickers here, is they're great to look down for a quick reference, but every now and then it is important to actually not cheat and figure out what it is, but think about it and recall it and really find that information in your brain and bring it forward. That allows things to really be set in stone. All right. I just figured it out. So for the longest, I've been just trying to get my hands in the shape, right? Just trying to get the shape there. Now I'm starting to understand I'm getting the hand shape there, but I'm fretting everything, and then 1 or 2 seconds later, I'm starting to strum. Rather than, I think how it's supposed to be done is at the same time that this hand goes down to make that C and start fretting things, my pick's coming down at the same time to start the strum. Rather than get everything set, strum, get everything set, strum, get everything set, strum, get everything set, strum. Because as you get everything set, you're muting all of the strings that are ringing out before that, right? So I need to work on my timing that right as these fingers are coming down, and they all three need to do it at the same time, right? You can't do like index, middle, ring, index, middle, pinky, middle, ring, pinky. You can't do it that way. All the fingers need to come down at the same time. Everything needs to be fretted at the same time. I know at first it's hard. I'm 70 something days in, 72 days in, and my timing isn't in sync. So I'm still putting down one finger, then two fingers, then the third finger. So I've now noticed that, and now I need to just kind of be mindful of that and try to get all three fingers down at the same time. And then also try to use the right hand to strum at the same time. So kind of a lot going on there, but it'll really make the strumming and the rhythm playing sound a whole lot better if you can get that in time rather than having to set everything and then play. Set these fingers, then play. Set the left hand, then play. Now, see if we can get things in sync. So let's keep trying that. 1, 5, 6, 4 pattern. Remember the 1, 5, 6, 4. If you make the 6, or really any 3s, 6, or 7s that pop up ever in a chord progression, if you make that 3, that 6, or that 7 a flat, just make it a flat, then it becomes the minor chord progression, right? It's a major chord progression as just the whatever the numbers are. But then if you take the 3, 6, or 7, from my understanding, Those are the only ones that change. The 1, 2, 4, and 5 are always the same, major and minor. But 3, 6, and 7 is just a flat. So if you wanted to do the 1, 5, 6, 4 in the C major, rather than being C, G, A, F, it'd be C, G, A flat, F. If it was the G major, let's go into a little bit of the G major now to play around with still the 1, 5, 6, 4, but it's the G major this time. So what's your 1 in the G major? It's a G. All right. So, and if you didn't know that, don't beat yourself up. I didn't understand that weeks ago myself. So hey, we all start somewhere, and sometimes what seems like common sense isn't so common when you're not educated in that area of knowledge at all, right? So just be kind to yourself always with your playing, your knowledge, all of that. So, all right, the 1, 5, 6, 4 in the G would be 1 would be your G, okay? And then what would be your 5? Well, you have G, then you have A, B, C, and then you have D. Okay, so it's D. So your 1, 5 is G, D. All right, now you need your 6. What's your 6? Well, you have G, A, B, C, D, E. So it's E. All right, G, D, E for your 1, 5, 6. But now you need your 4. All right, so you start with G, A, B, C. So it's C. All right, so you have G, D, E, C for your 1, 5, 6, 4 in the key of G. So it's D, E, C. So I'm trying to get better with that timing rather than putting all the fingers down and getting them set and then strumming. Get the fingers set and strum simultaneously. So what I'm doing is rather than getting the fingers set, I'm just getting the fingers over the strings and in position, but they're not touching the string in any way. So here would be the D like fretted, but really I'm just, let's see, what angle can you get? Like that. I'm just ever so slightly right above the strings. So that way when my right hand is ready to do the strum, I'm already in position and I can just put the fingers down. Right? I don't want to be way up here. I want to be really close to the strings and ready to go. So when I'm ready to strum, the fingers just go down. Okay? So that's what I'm working on now. So things kind of sound a little clinky. Well, that's why I'm working on that timing. I'm trying not to, have to set things and then strum, but strum and fret all at the exact same time, simultaneously. So we're in the key of G now. We was in C for a while. Now we are in G with the 1-5-6-4. So it's G, D, E, C. 5, 6, 4. All right. Just real quick, I wanted to mention that if you haven't subscribed, you probably should subscribe because it's easier to find my content that way. And you can continue coming back and be inspired to keep practicing the guitar yourself, right? And not putting it in the corner and forgetting about it for weeks or months or whatever, like I did for many years. So subscribe, continue being inspired, and keep practicing, keep following along. Also, comment below to get a community of like-minded speaking. I'm always sure to read all of them, respond to all of them. I really want to, learn and grow with the, a community. So please make sure you comment below. That's always appreciated. It's a blessing to see those, popping in there. And then last but not least, always just like the video, might as well help a friend out. So that's always appreciated. Just want to put that little shameless plug out there to do all of those things for the channel. It would be greatly appreciated. But back into why we're here, and that is chord progressions and strumming. So recently we've been working on the 1-5-6-4 in the key of G. So again, it's G, D, E, C. All right. Now another popular chord progression that we're going to hop into is the 6-4-1-5. So a little different. Again, always check the pinned comment section below for a little layout there of the different chord progressions, because I'll list quite a few different ones. And then what the actual progression is, the scales, all of that stuff. There's a lot of information in the pinned comments, especially with today's lesson. So make sure you check that out. So now we're back into the key of C. So we're going to go to the 6-4-1-5. So, okay, figure out what the 6-4-1-5 is. I can't stop yawning sometimes in these videos, and I'm not even tired. It's like midday. I think it's maybe like a nervous thing. I don't know. 6-4-1-5. So key of C. So if you need your 6, start with C, D, E, F, G, A. So it's your A. Your 6 is A. Key of C. Now you need your 4. So you start with C. Start with your root always, the key that you're in. Okay, you got C, D, E, F. So your 4 is F. So now I have A, F. Your 6-4. Your 1 is C, obviously. So now you have your 6-4-1, A, F, C. Now lastly, you need your 5, 6-4-1-5. So C, D, E, F, G. So there you have it. A, F, C, G. That's the 6-4-1-5 in the C major. So A, F, C, G. A, F, C, G. A, F, C, G. One five. No. That was the first one. The first one we worked on was the 1-5-6-4. Now we're working on the 6-4-1-5, which I know now that I'm actually staring at this and understanding this, it's just everything's shifted. You're not even in a different order. 1-5-6-4 or 6-4-1-5. It's just moved down the line. It's not even in a different sequence. So that's interesting to know. 1-5-6-4, 6-4-1-5. All right, you got your A, F, one, 5, 6, 4, 1, 5, 6. And remember, with the 6-4-1-5, if there's ever a 3, 6, or 7, you can make that 3, 6, or 7 a flat. So we've been playing the, A, F, C, G. It's the 6-4-1-5 in the C major. Okay, so if you wanted to C minor, you just make that 6, that A, make it a flat. A flat, F, C, G. A minor. F, C, G, A minor, F, C, G. All right. We're working on our strumming at the same time, whether it's a very basic pattern, just downs, 1, 2, 3, 4. If it's very basic but also has some ups, maybe it's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and maybe it's again, I'll list these in the pinned comments below so that way you don't have to memorize them. But another one could be down, down, up, down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down. So whatever it might be, pick a chord progression, pick a strumming pattern, and just, try to be in time, try to be in sync. There's so many times, where I haven't actually focused on the strumming. So I'm just, sometimes it's 2 down, sometimes it's 5 down, sometimes it's 2 downs, 1 up, sometimes it's 3 downs, 4 ups, 1 down. My strumming is just completely all over the place. So I'm trying to be more mindful of what I'm doing with this right hand. So when I'm making these chord progressions, I'm kind of being mindful of the strumming as well. So another chord progression that we could work on for a little bit would be the G major with the 6-4-1-5, right? So we did the C major with the 6-4-1-5. How about the G major with the 6-4-1-5? Well, first you got to figure out what the notes are, right? So if you're in the key of G and you need your 6, you start with G, then go A, B, C, D, E. So you start with E. Your 6 in the key of G is E. Okay, now you need your 4. So you go G, A, B, C. All right, so E, C. Now you need your 1. That's your G. All right, now you need your 5. And we know the 5 from the chord of G being G, B, and D's. And full chords take the root 3rd and 5th. So therefore we know the 5th of the G major is G, D. Okay, so now 6-4-1-5, key of G would be E, C, G, D. E, C, G, D, E. 6, 4, 1, 5, 6, I'm just thinking. Hold on. And remember, I keep doing all the progressions right here in the first, 3 or 4 frets, playing my, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, whatever chord it is right here. But, we're on day 72. By now, we know how to play chords in different positions due to the cage system, right? So we can play the chords in different spots. We could play E, C, G, D. We could play that in different ways, right? We could play it, like this: E, C, G, D. And that's perfectly fine too, right? E, C, G, D. Or it could be E. Yeah, here you go. E, C, G, D. So again, just keep that in mind. You don't have to play all of the chords up here. It's just, I'm doing that because that's just what I'm the most familiar with. Yes, I know the cage chords and I need to rep those out. So I'll probably rep those in some more maybe next time. But yeah, just keep that in mind. And you can do it with the same shape, right? Like I was just doing, or you could be really creative, I guess. And if you wanted to go from the, the E shape for the E or for the C or whatever, and then go into another chord, caged chord shape, into a third one even. Hey, mix it up, have fun, right? Just keep exploring the guitar and the instrument. I'm just doing it down here because it's just, again, where I'm the most familiar, and I got a lot going on. I got strumming going on. I got these chord progressions going on. I got get the fingers where they need to be. So rather than switching it up and going to these caged chords and just getting a little confusing, just repping out these chords in this shape here. Doing the 6-4-1-5. So we have E, C, G, D. Again, just playing with that timing, trying to get everything in sync. Don't want to put this hand down and get everything fretted and then strum. You want to do everything simultaneously. So it's quite hard. It takes a little while to get used to. Don't beat yourself up. I'm 70 something days in, and still the timing isn't quite there, but it's getting better for sure. And I'm getting more comfortable doing some open chords where I just stroke all, like literally this hand isn't fretting anything, and I do it all 6 open, so that way it gives me time to transition to the next chord. So like if I'm doing down, down, up, down, I'll do this last up stroke, but I will remove this hand and do it openly. So that way this hand has time to be transitioning to that next D that I want. Then I'm coming up again, I lift it up, and I get ready to go on to that E chord. C, G, D. So those upstrokes give time to move to the next chord. So sounds like they're still mowing some grass out there, so sorry if you're picking up, lawnmowers and the sound in the area. Yeah, they're cutting the grass again every couple of days. All right, 6-4-1-5 was the E, C, G, E, C, G, D. All right. Fingers are constantly getting muffled. Can't get the fingers to stop muffling things. All right, it's going to be a wrap for today's hour practice session. That's day 72 in the books. I'm super stoked. I keep laying those bricks. I'm getting a little better. I'm sounding better. I feel better. The pain in the fingertips isn't there as much. So I'm getting better. I feel it. So thank you all so much for joining the day, joining the journey. It's always a great blessing to have you follow along. If you haven't subscribed, though, real quick, there's an icon here in the corner. Please click it. It's a quick way to subscribe. It's easy to find my content in the future. If you're subscribed, you can keep coming back and being inspired and following in on me and seeing how well I've gotten at the guitar after the 100 days. So make sure you're subscribed. Please comment below. Let me know what you think of the video with the sound, the lighting, the quality of the camera, the sound of the guitar, anything you like, the aesthetics, whatever. Please comment below. It helps me improve. It allows me to think of things, to continue making these videos better and better. So please comment below. Also hit the like button just to help a friend out. Why not? Hey, I'm getting on here for the world to see this. It takes a lot of courage, effort, things like that, time, energy. Hit the like button just to help a friend out. It's always appreciated. Until next time, there's some videos floating on the screen now for you to watch. Stay entertained. Keep watching the Jaw Live channel. This here's the 100 days that I'm building. Here's a subsequent video in the series. Make sure you check them out to continue supporting. It's always appreciated. Thank you so much. Until next time, take care of yourself and each other. I love you. Peace out, and I will see you in the next one. Take care.